Do we have a Viau crew with us today? Oh my god.
Welcome back, View Crew, for another episode of Open View Podcast. I am your host, Deja View, and you know what? It's flannel season. The air feels fresh, and it's September, which means it's also my birthday month. So feel free to wish me happy birthday on September 27th. It is my champagne birthday this year, which means I'm turning 27 on the 27th. Maybe I should do a little 27 things I've learned in the 27 years I've been on this earth. And I'm not gonna lie, I stole that from Tana. I saw that on her YouTube and I was like, that would be so cute if I went through and went 27 things I've learned in 27 years. And let me tell you, there have been a lot of things I have learned. So let's get right into it. This season, especially because it's my 27th birthday and my birthday's coming up, I am claiming, I just want us to claim what we want for this season. For this next little chapter and season of our lives, what do we want the next few months to look like? I'm claiming nothing but growth, alignment, and blessings. And I want the same for you. It is so crazy to me that it's already September. Like, I feel like this year has gone by fast, but these past few months have gone by even faster, and I feel like time is just flying by. And I guess time just flies when you're having fun. This podcast that you guys are watching today, thank you so much for being here, by the way. I have missed you guys so much, and I am having so much fun with this, like producing it, performing it, doing the whole shebang. It's just been such a blessing and such a light in my life. And like, I hope that it's been a light in your life as well, because my grandma has always said that I have been a light into people's life. And I hope that I'm giving you a little bit of light in life, because life is hard enough as it is. And the least we can do is, you know, gossip about it, chat about it. It's not like really cold right now, but it's just like, ooh, there's just like a little bit of chill in the air. Like, September is here. I love September. I love fall, you guys. There was this meme on Instagram that I posted, and it was Damon Salvatore. Oh my god, don't get me started on Damon Salvatore. He is literally my man crush. That should be my celebrity crush, is Damon Salvatore. He's married. I totally respect his marriage. Anyways, let me get to the point of the story. So there was a meme and he was like stepping through the camera and he was like, "Oh, fall is here," and he's like dancing with his whiskey, and I'm like, that is me. That is me this fall. I'm so happy it's here. I'm so happy the weather is changing. The air really does feel fresh. And this podcast today is called The Glow of Being Solo. I wanted to record this because the other day I went to celebrate working hard and decided to take myself out. Like, I decided to take myself out for a drink instead of waiting for a man to message me on Hinge and say, "Hey, do you want to go to the nearest bar so I don't have to spend too much on you and give you the half decent date to celebrate you going and making such a hard week for yourself and achieving it." So, fuck that. No, thank you. I decided to take myself out, but while I was sitting at the bar, like, I was kind of on and off my phone, like checking it, working on it, looking at my Instagram, things like that. And I like was on and off it. Like, I was on it and then I would set it down and then I was on it and set it down. And I wasn't like really looking at the door. I was just kind of looking at people walking through the door. But then I got like this like gut-wrenching feeling of like, "Oh my gosh, does the bartender think that I'm here alone and that I'm texting somebody and looking at the door?" like waiting for somebody to walk in. And I don't know why that thought crossed my mind, but like all of a sudden I was just like, oh my gosh, he thinks I'm here alone. He thinks I'm like begging for somebody to like meet me here, kind of thing. And like I almost had to justify to him like why I was sitting at the bar alone. When in fact, I came here by myself on purpose, to be here by myself on purpose and to celebrate myself. And I just was sitting there perplexed of like why I was feeling these emotions and why I was thinking these things and why he, you know what I mean? Like I was just kind of like having like a little bit of an out of body experience of like why do I feel like I need to justify to him why I'm sitting here alone? And I knew exactly why I had to justify to him why I was sitting at the bar alone. Because I live in Utah, in a state where it is not normal for you to do things alone. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking it's pretty accurate still. I'm processing it, it's accurate. Everywhere you go in Utah, there's usually a group. A big group, whether it's a small group, it there is a few people there. That you rarely ever see people out on their own, out alone. And I've kind of taken that on as like, for me, I don't know. I hate that pressure that society puts the pressure on us that alone must feel negative. When in for me, in fact, it's been the opposite, especially in the past few years since I've been single. Being alone has been, the best times of my life, especially lately. And so I kind of just wanted to go over with you guys the difference between solitude and loneliness because I feel like, especially with social media lately, we have all been feeling a little bit more alone than we should feel. And that kind of like, it scared me at first, but then when I realized, wait, I can actually be happy by myself. Wait, I can actually do the things that I want to do and not wait for to ask like for permission from someone else or to see if they want to do it too. You guys, it's taken me 27 years to realize that. Well, 26. I'm still counting the 3 weeks I have left. But, anyways, it's taken me that long to realize that I can make myself happy and I can do the things that I want to do. So, solitude means that you decide to be with yourself. It gives you clarity, it gives you peace, a space to grow, and you use your time wisely. So, you use your time to journal, to pray, reflect, recharge, and create. Which actually I have not been doing as much creating as I would like to. I need to get back into my painting era because I felt like I used to be a lot more creative, but I feel like this podcast has really been an outlet for my creativity and the merch that I'm coming up with for you guys. I can't wait to show you. So I'm just saying, like, I've put a lot of effort and a lot of work and a lot of creativity and a lot of that juice into this podcast. But I would like to do a little bit more painting. I feel like that would definitely knock my socks off. No, I'm just kidding. But I have a painting. Yeah, that painting. None of my artwork is displayed for you guys right now, but I do have a painting over there in that corner. And I honestly need to get a few more paintings down here, but they're at my dad's house. I need to go get them. But I do love to paint and I do love to create and to do collages and things. I found these images behind me at the thrift store here where I live, and I thought that they were so cute, and I'm so happy I found them because I feel like they're so me. I love birds and I love being outside. And anyway, solitude gives you clarity and gives you peace. And I feel like the best ideas that I have actually is when I am alone. Like when I am taking Stella on a walk, or when I am alone in my trailer, or when I'm just like alone driving. Like, I feel like driving, I have like a lot of really good ideas too. And I've just like learned for myself that I just need to keep my notes app always available, because in those moments when I'm alone and when I'm walking or when I'm feeling energized or when I'm feeling like really good, I like to write things down, or I like to put things in my notes of like things that I want to do, like for a podcast idea or things for like a merch idea or like a job that I want to look at, like things like that that I think of like while I'm out doing things like that. I'm just like, oh, okay, I gotta like write that down real quick. So make sure you're always using your time wisely, and the best ideas that you might have might be when you're alone. And as I was writing the script to this podcast, I was literally on a walk with Stella alone. And I was like, this is a great time for me to get my juices flowing, to get my ideas out there. And it saved me a lot of time, let me tell you. And it was really beneficial for me, Stella, and my podcast. So I killed three birds with one stone. Being in solitude helps fill your cup. As I was saying, like doing things that you enjoy doing, like really helps fill your cup. And that helps you show up better in relationships and at work and in business, because I don't know, but like a year ago I was not happy in my life. Like, I was working a really hard job at a skilled nursing facility, working with kind of a shitty manager, and I just was not happy. I was not thriving. I was not doing the things that I wanted to do, and I was working a lot of hours. And when I moved down here with my mom, when I got my job at the chiropractor office, like I'm working a little bit less hours and it's a little bit more flexible. And even though I'm working two jobs, I still feel like I have time to myself to like fill my cup and to show up for the people that are there in my life. And so I feel like that has made me a happier person all around. And I think that that could help a lot of people if they just realize, like, what makes them happy. Like, the schedule that I have now makes me happy. And when I go to work and when I am at work, I show up better in those arenas because I am living the schedule that I want to live and I'm happy. And my businesses and my podcast and things can thrive with my schedule at both my jobs. And so that makes me happy. And I think that if people found what works for them, it would be a really good thing. And also, like, being in solitude is also part of like being in the right mindset, which is I am complete in my own presence. And another thing about being alone is it just takes your power back, especially from other people. You do not want to be waiting around for other people to clap for you. And loneliness can make you feel disconnected, like apart from other people, kind of like you don't fit in a little bit. And it feels like something is missing or you're incomplete. And it's definitely the wrong mindset. It's, I'm not enough on my own. And I need to be all these other things to make these people like me and make these people appreciate me, when that's absolutely not the case. You are definitely enough on your own, and you don't need any other person to validate that for you. So, like an example of this would be scrolling on social media. How many times have you guys been scrolling on social media and you come across somebody and it's like, oh, damn, like that's my friend and they're with my other friend and they didn't invite me? Isn't that a stab to the gut, a stab to the heart a little bit? And it's, you're alone wishing you weren't. And you're looking on this platform where you can see everyone that's with each other and you're not there. You know what I mean? So I've had to take a lot of breaks from social media and I've had to take some time away from those things at times when I have been a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more weary of getting on social media, because I'm going to be like, Oh, I'm having absolute FOMO and I wish I was there. So, just understanding your cues and understanding that social media is a highlight reel, and the best times I've had since my breakup has been taking a social media break and taking a Netflix break and spending more time outside and spending more time with my baby girl. Baby girl! Baby girl, come here! Up, up, come here. Stella, come. Come. Up, up, come here. She'll do it. She'll do it. Come on. So, spending time with this little angel right here. Yeah. This is your first appearance on the podcast. Do you have anything to say? What's your favorite thing about your mom? That I love you. That I love you. Yes. So, see, like, see how happy she just made me in 2 seconds? So, this is what I'm saying. Like, the best times I've had since my breakup has been, spending time alone and spending time with Stella. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, this was a bad idea. I don't know if mom can get back up to do her job. What do you have to say, Stella? Do you have anything important to say? Can you say, I love you? I woo woo! I woo woo! Say it. I woo woo! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I woo woo! I woo woo! I woo woo! Say it. Speak. Okay, I digress. The best. I can't even think now because you're making me so happy. Anyways, the best time I've had since my breakup is spending less time on TikTok and Netflix because I've been spending more time filling my cup, like spending time with this angel and going on walks every night and hitting the driving range. I've also been reading my Bible more and reading more books, which has also filled my cup a ton. And it's also helped me like expand my vocabulary. I know that that sounds like so nerdy. But what? Who am I kidding? I'm kind of a nerd. Like I literally have a master's degree in healthcare administration. So, I'm a nerd. I like to read. I like to do things that are educational. Sorry about it. I went on a guy with I went on a date with a guy that thought that it was weird that I was educationally advanced and that I had a good vocabulary. And literally the only thing I said was inebriated. And if you don't know what inebriated is, fucking Google it because I'm not here to be your teacher. Sorry, I said it. But like things like that, I'm just like, sorry, I'm educated. Sorry, I read books. Sorry, I like to read books. But I think it's important to appreciate the gift of your own company because I think a lot of us take that for granted. And I think that it is important to appreciate who we are because let me tell you, this is very bleak, but we are the only people we have for the rest of our lives. This soul right here, the thoughts in your head are the only things you're going to have for the rest of your life. Because your grandma is going to die, your mom is going to die, your grandpa's going to die. Everyone in your life is not going to be here in the next 60 years, except for yourself. So, you better appreciate where you are because I've had to do a lot of reflecting on that lately, especially as my family is shrinking, as my grandmas have passed away, as my family has moved away, has my uncle doesn't even speak to my family anymore. Disowned us completely since my grandma passed away and a little bit before that. So I'm just saying like be happy in your own company because that's all you're going to have for a very long time and probably so we're brought into this earth alone, obviously with your parents, but then we're taken out of this earth alone and we all are going to die. And so you better pray and you better read your Bible, because if you don't, I don't want to know where you're going to end up. So just appreciate the gift of your own company. And when you take yourself out, whether it's dinner, a coffee shop, or a solo bar celebration like I did, you're saying, I don't need approval to feel worthy of joy. You stop waiting for someone else to celebrate you and you start celebrating yourself. Alone time in a date setting creates space for reflection. I truly believe that, because you're in a different environment. It might spark ideas for, a business, or you might just be enjoying dinner at your favorite restaurant and just sit in yourself and sit in your own ideas and enjoy your own company. That is completely okay too. Don't let anyone else make you feel like that's not okay. And I think the only thing I have yet to do. So I've done a few things by myself. I've gone to dinner by myself, sat at a bar by myself, yada yada yada. I just haven't gone to like a movie by myself. I know a lot of people like to go to a movie by yourself, but I don't think that that's thrilling at all, because I could definitely sit in a dark room by myself and watch a movie. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why it makes it different being in a room with other people, watching it in a dark room with other people. But I think going to dinner by yourself is powerful. That definitely makes a statement of, I am here to feed myself. I am here to pay for my bill. I am here to buy my cocktail and ask my server for Tahine Rim. Like, it's a little bit more empowering than lowering your standards for a man who can't provide. You know what I mean? So, either way, a solo date is sacred. And it's not about being with company or being without company. It's about connecting with yourself and your spirit and creating a space to listen to your intuition and to recognize your growth. Because let me tell you, in the past 2 years, I have grown so much. Like, I don't even know who I was in 2023. I don't even know who I was in 2020. You're telling me that was 5 years ago? And four score? That feels like a million years ago. But here is a journal prompt to assess your scale of where you're at when it comes to loneliness. When do I feel most alone? And when do I feel most connected to myself? I feel like I'm most alone, especially in the evenings or the mornings, because those were the times that my ex and I had together of like, okay, we're snuggling up in bed. Okay, we're getting up in the morning and we're snuggling with our baby. So those were times that I had to learn to be more at peace with myself, and that was just more of like, okay, like I can read my Bible, or okay, I can pray to God, or okay, like I can have, oh, look at her, you guys, she's so cute. Or okay, I can have like a night routine, like a night ritual of like, I'm gonna do my skincare, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna really enjoy this time with myself. Like, things like that I really took for granted when I was in a relationship, because I wasn't doing a lot of self care. I wasn't doing my face masks. I wasn't doing my, 10-step skincare routine, or taking as much time to do my makeup or make sure my eyeliner looks perfect. So, things like that, since being out of a relationship, have really opened my eyes to like the potential that I have of like being alone. I can't get over him anymore. I just love her so much, you guys. I should not have gotten you up here because now I'm so distracted by you. I know, it is so cute. I gotta get it back together, you guys. I could just love her forever. So, the whole point of this is like, as the Viau crew, We do not trace. We we do not chase. Trace or chase or any of the chases. We do not chase, we attract. We do not reach out after they disrespect us or after they do not give us the time of day. If I can include a screenshot of this man that texted me a few weeks ago, I will, because I do not have access to my phone right now. But if I did, I would tell you what this guy said in a text. But like literally, he was so fast right off the bat of like marriage, kids, blah blah blah. We're gonna go on these trips, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah. And it was like in one ear, out the other. And at the same time, I was like, holy shit, like I don't know if this guy is like being like all the way truthful. Like I'm just gonna take everything he says for like a grain of salt. And thank God I did, because a few days later he texted me and he was like, I'm just not like looking for anything serious, and I just want you to know that. Okay, thanks. It says like I don't play games on my Hinge, like literally straight in my profile. I do not play games. And what are you doing with me right now? Playing games, because he totally gave me the wrong impression at the first round of the bout. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna do this. Blah blah blah. We're gonna go on all these trips together. I want to make you my girlfriend. I want you to meet my family." And then he's like, "Yeah, I just don't want to see you like seriously. I just want to like see you casually. You want to see me casually." I don't like, I know I have CA on my hat, but that's for California, not casually. I do not do casual. Sorry. And he tried to text me a few times after, and I was like, complete ghost. I'm like, I text him back. I'm like, oh, thanks. It was so nice to meet you. Like, you're so amazing. Yeah, I'd love to. Bye. No, like, you're never going to hear from me again. So we are the prize, and we prove that by sitting at the bar alone. I would rather sit at the bar alone in solitude than be married to someone who cared less if I lived or died. And I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. There are some people that literally hate their husband and hate who they're married to. And I'm not going to name names right now, but there are some people that I know in my life that are married that absolutely despise their husband and are annoyed by everything they do, and are with them because they're with them. They have no other option. And I'm so sick of hearing men telling me what they're going to do for me. I'm so sick of hearing men telling me they're going to take me to dinners, they're going to take me on trips, they're going to plan blah, 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 the way they're going to treat me like a queen. Guess freaking what? Most of them never follow through. Most of them, if not all of them, never follow through. And so it's all talk. And I've decided I'm done being impressed by words. Because here's the truth, I do not need another empty promise. I do not need to sit around waiting for someone else to make me feel magical. Because you know what? I make myself make me feel that way every night with a special wand. I'm just kidding. I digress. I'm done. But no, like seriously, I am done outsourcing my happiness to someone else's potential. So you know what I do? I take myself out. I book the dinner. I sit at the bar and I order the drink that I like. And I act like I own the place. I celebrate my own success, not needing my own audience. And because my happiness is not on hold for anybody, that is why I am happy. And that is why I am thriving in solitude. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I have been on dates with men. And it's like, like I really do try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I try to see past all the icks. But even all of that, it's like I would rather be at home alone with my baby. Yeah, do you have anything to say? You say you would like me here home too, huh? Yeah. She says she'd like me home here too. Because, in fact, she makes me a lot happier than a lot of men do. And my ex used to get really jealous of Stella and say that I loved her more than him. And I would say, no, like, I really didn't. Like, I love you guys the same. And that should have been a red flag in itself. But looking back now, it's like, hmm, yeah, yeah, you were right. Which is why she's mine now, bitch. Just kidding, that was mean. But at the same time, that is exactly why she's my dog. Because I do love her. And I love her to the end of this world and back. And that is what unconditional love looks like. Because men do not provide that. The only unconditional love you are ever going to get is from this lovely little angel right here, which is why I love her so much. And if I could legally marry her, I would. In a non creepy way. Because she has been there for me more than any man has ever in my entire life. Because here's the truth, I do not need another empty promise. I do not need to sit around waiting for that person to make me feel magical like my little wand does. I am done outsourcing my happiness to someone else's potential. So I take myself out, I celebrate my own success, and I do not put myself on hold for anybody. Ladies, stop waiting for someone to treat you right. Treat yourself right. Stop waiting for someone to clap for you. Clap for yourself. When you take that power back, when you realize you are the prize, you stop accepting words as enough. You require actions. And until the right actions show up, you'll be over here glowing, thriving, and making yourself happy. Period. Stop giving people what they do not give you. If they don't call them. If they don't check in on you, stop breaking your back to check in on them. High value women do not chase. We attract. And that is who we are here on the Open View podcast and the Viau crew. We are high value women. And here's the truth, your energy is precious. Every time you pour into someone who doesn't pour back into you, you're telling the universe that you are okay being undervalued, and you are not. Do not ever be okay with being undervalued. I want all of you, I want everyone to know their value on this podcast because each and every one of you have your own personality, have your own outlook on life, have your own creativity. So many of you are so creative. Let's just pause and take that in for a second. If you are not putting your creativity into the world, even though you are creative, you are really selling yourself short. Because we do not beg for effort. We do not chase after affection. You do not convince anyone to see your worth. The right people will match your energy. They will call, they will show up, and they will give you what you give them. Until then, protect your peace, pull back your power, and remember, I am magnetic. You are attracted by being aligned, not by chasing. So let's be real. If they don't call them. Sit in your glow. Sit in your energy and watch how much better life feels when you stop handing out discounts for your worth. We are not a discounted item, ladies. We are full priced. We don't ever go on discount. We don't ever say, oh, well, I'm just going to lower my standards this one time because he's a nice guy. No, 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 no. We keep our standards high. We keep our head high. We keep our chest high. Because if we do all of that, ladies, they will never know all of the shit that we've been through. Do not ever tell them how badly you've been treated. Just say, yeah, I've never been on a bad date in my whole entire life. I've never actually experienced a bad date. So don't give me one. You know, like raise your standards. Raise the standards. I had this man say to me, oh, well, we need to raise our standards because I was telling him about this shitty military man I dated. And I looked at him and I said, you're right. And I never once talked about it again. So Don't ever talk about how badly a man treated you because then they will think that they can do the same thing to you. All right, View Crew. I want to leave you with this. Being alone is not a weakness, it's your superpower. Every moment you spend in your own energy is a moment you spend leveling up, a moment you're aligning with the woman you're becoming. Stop waiting for someone else to follow through. Stop waiting for permission and take yourself out on a date. Celebrate your wins, own your solitude like the high value woman you are. And remember that we do not chase, we attract. We do not beg, we embody. And when you step fully into that, the right people, opportunities, and blessings will meet you where you are. So go out this week, take yourself somewhere special, and remind yourself I am the prize. I am the magic, and I am never alone because I am always with me. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for being part of the View crew. Until next time, keep aligning, keep manifesting, and keep living your power. Love you guys. Bunches and bunches. Bye. Say bye, Stella. Say bye, baby. Say bye.